Good evening, welcome to eRepair. If you've not already seen it, this is a laptop that we have already repaired, shown in one of our other videos. All in good working order, running Windows 10, completely licensed, lovely little laptop. We are giving it away as part of this month's promos. So if it's something that you're interested in or you'd like to win, please just like the post on Facebook, subscribe to the channel. Drop us a like on the video if you get a chance, or leave us a comment, and at the end of the month I will look to give it away to one lucky person. Anyway, that is not the reason for this video. So we have another laptop repairing video. So this one is another one that I've picked up off of eBay. It does need a little bit of work, to say the least, to get it back up to standard. So let's jump into it and see what it looks like. So the laptop itself didn't cost me a massive amount. It was another eBay purchase, and as I say, has a little bit of damage that needs looking into. On first glance, there's a few marks. There's the odd screw here and there missing, so I don't know if that's a sign of someone going into it. I haven't checked it to see if it holds battery yet. They didn't send me a charger with it, but I do have a spare. So, and I already know it hasn't got a hard drive in it because that was mentioned on the listing. So let's open it up and have a go. I believe there is damage to the screen as well, but I haven't looked at to what extent. So it's not plugged this lead in. Let's test it without first. So on first glance, there's no battery. The trackpad looks a little bit gunky and worn. The buttons look a bit gunky. So I think we've got a bit of a clean-up job to do here. Keyboard looks okay condition, but does definitely need a clean. So let's shove this in now. So we've got a power light on the battery, so that's a good sign. And the answer is yes, we've definitely got a very broken screen, in fact, and it's flickering a little bit and things. So let's. And the battery definitely doesn't hold charge. So let's take this apart and have a look at it. Let's have a look at the inside and see what that looks like as well, because I suspect that's going to need a bit of a clean, and I can hear a bit of a rattle as we go on. So let's just take this battery out, pop that to one side, and then we will grab a screwdriver and my trusty magnetic mat off to the side. So let's have a look in here and see what we're looking at, because I don't know what the spec is either, other than the fact that it's a Core i3. So it is a little bit dusty, but not too bad. Grab a plastic spudger as well. So we've got 4 gig of DDR3, so that's not bad. I'm not expecting to see a hard drive in here at all. So yeah, as expected, no hard drive. And also no bracket, but I don't know if it needs one or not. So again, we'll pop that to one side, and we'll take the CD drive out, which I'm hoping is this screw. Maybe it's not. Let's just give it a bit of a push, see if it will go. No, that doesn't want to come out, so it won't force it. So let's undo these screws and see if we can get into it and see what state it's in. Not too bad on the screw front, mostly they are there. They all look the same size as well, which makes life a little bit easier. And they don't feel like they've been fiddled with, because they are quite tight, which is even better. Okay, there's our first anomalous one. So these back ones are longer, and they've actually got E12 written next to them. So that's a good sign. So let's just have a look at the top and see if there's any more screws, or if it's just going to and the back hinges have actually already come out, so I think this one's just going to come apart nicely, hopefully. I don't know actually. No, it does feel like it is just going to pull apart. It's always one of those difficult ones, whether or not there's something under the keyboard. Just grab a metal spudger and just see if there is anything under the keyboard. Because there's a little strip along here that looks like it might come out. Let's just see if we can get, there we go, look. So I was right. So let's just see if this keyboard wants to lift up now. So it might be that there's more screws under there. Yeah, it is going. Let's just get this going. Again, it's not something I want to force. It feels like there's still a screw under there or something. So it's just me. Ah, no, I've missed one. Missed the one that says KB next to it. Should have been a dead giveaway. Okay, keyboard's dropped out now. So there we go. That's the keyboard loose. It's not too bad, I might replace that. Okay, so we've got a few clips here. I'm going to guess that we probably need to remove them before we lift this out. So let's undo these. Some of them you don't, but some of them you do, so you find that things stay attached otherwise and you don't get a very good experience when you pull it apart. And that doesn't want to go out. Let's grab a pair of tweezers. See if we're going to wiggle it out. There we are. And then this one. Okay, so that's everything disconnected. Let's see if this wants to come out now. It's certainly free on that side. Just lift this up. And I'll just see there. So you can just see there it's beginning to come unclipped. I have actually got a little ribbon cable just here as well underneath, so I might just undo that too, just because I'm worried that it might get caught. Yeah, look, it is lifting out, so let's just see if we can get a pry tool in here and see what's going on. This sort of wants to come away, but there we are. There we are. Okay, so I can see there's a broken bracket under here, which is not going to help matters. Just check there's nothing under the feet, because sometimes you get them under the feet. No, nothing under the feet. Let's just check the front again. Make sure there's no more screws under the keyboard we've missed. No. Let's have a look in here. It's light. Oh, there we go. There we go. Just a bit of wiggling. Take that out. So you can see this one now. That's that ribbon cable we disconnected earlier was the CD drive. That's lovely. So I can see immediately this is disconnected, but then I think that's one of the screws that goes all the way through. Maybe I didn't need to disconnect that. Yeah, see it's shifting a little bit. But that's good actually, because it means we can get to the screen. So it's not too bad. The fan's a little bit grubby. The vents look okay. There are a few dust bunnies in here. So let me just grab. Just going to blow dust everywhere. Let's just stop that fan from spinning. Doesn't look too bad. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take this fan out and just give it a proper clean, because it's not, doesn't look too bad, but it's not great. So I'll do these two. Hopefully this will just lift out now. Yeah, that's not brilliant. We'll give it a brush with this. There's our trusty fan and there's our trusty brush as well. Give it one more blast in there. Cool, so that's a bit cleaner. I'll just go over the board as well while we're here. And we'll have a look at this GPU, this CPU, and see if the thermal paste needs replacing while we're at it. Just do the rounds. Yes, so that's definitely in dire need of cleaning and replacing. Let's just move this laptop out of the way. And then we will give this a clean up. Let's grab my isopropylene alcohol. Do as I always do. A little bit goes a long, long way. There we go. So another one. I didn't realise that lifted, so we'll just clean under there as well. They're really nice and shiny. And just give the whole heat pipe a quick clean all the way up while we're there. Let's give that a nice brush out. So that's lovely and clean. Let's put that onto one side. We'll just get rid of our gunk. Cool. And bring the laptop back. And then again, I'm going to do the same one there. This is, as I said, this is isopropylene alcohol, so it's not going to hurt anything. Just get this junk off of here. Just tap this board off so that we can get the rest of that out. That now doesn't want to move. Where's my brush? There we go. A bit more cleaning. Lovely. Let's get that fluff. And we'll have some fresh thermal paste. Just grab that. A blob of thermal. Oh, that's probably a little bit too much, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Grab our heat pipe again. Perfect. Lovely. So next thing we'll do, we'll get this off so we can have a look at our screen. We can zoom it back out. So I think we're probably going to have to disconnect the Wi-Fi, which is just here. So lift this one out. Disconnect these just by lifting them up gently. Feed that out, and then we also need to disconnect, by the looks of it, figure out if there's one cable or two here. There's just one, which I think is this one here. And then we should be able to remove this hinge somehow so that this will lift out. But let's just have a look at the other side first. This should just pull up like that. And that should be all that's running in there. So let's just open these hinges up again, and then we can have a look at, oh, there we are, this one's already lifted out. So I think on this side we're going to have to undo these two screws. So we'll just do that quickly. So yeah, there you go. So let's do that now. I don't know if I can free this now without breaking it. There we go. So that's the whole base lifted away from the screen. So, next thing, not sure where that little clip's come from, but we'll find that out in a minute. So the next thing we need to do is remove these. Hopefully they should come off quite easily. But let's just have a quick look at how they unclip, because I don't want to break them. There's a little screw in the bottom of each, so I don't know if you can see on that one, it's already exposed. So we'll just undo that. And then that should come free. It does. There we go, unclipped. And then the same on this one. Easiest way I find to get these off, a little pair of tweezers. And there we go. And that'll fly across the room. And then we can undo that one. Interestingly, I think this has been done before because they were different size screws. So that's that. And then at the top here, these pads should come off, I would imagine. And behind them we should find some screws. So there's one. Anything in the middle one? No, so it's just the ends. I'll just take those off. Okay, and then we'll undo the four corners. These are slightly different sizes. The top ones are smaller than the bottom ones. then this should just pull up carefully. Again, I can find where I put the pry tool. Just grab it. Just work your way around carefully. Now hopefully this will just lift out like that. And then on the back here, there's a little connector that we're going to have to disconnect. So remove the plastic tape and pull down like that. And that's our whole screen out. Now, annoyingly, I don't have another one that will fit this right now, so I'm going to pause this video and come back to it. Good evening, and yeah, welcome back. So we're a couple of days on from when I last started this laptop repair. So we got to the point where the screen is out, because the screen was pretty well smashed. As you can sort of probably make out if you catch up the right angle, you can see it's pretty broken. So that is done. New second-hand screen has arrived, so that is just a car. So it's not a brand new one. Obviously there's a little bit of marking around the edge and things. They're quite expensive, so I went for a second-hand one because that will do more than adequately. So first thing we're going to do, going to get our video cable back in. So let's just push the up into here carefully and seat that in. And hopefully it should just fit like so. Stick a little sticker up on there, which never seems to hold very well after you've undone it once. And we'll flip this over and get this tucked into position. So unusually this one hasn't got any screws in. Normally you get screws in the corners of the screen, but this one doesn't. So cable back into the cable run. If we don't do that, the plastic around the front won't sit flush. And yes, it's a little bit of a pain to get the plastics on, as I discovered the other day when I put it back together whilst I was waiting for the screen to turn up. So here is our front bezel. So we'll just very carefully tuck this in. Being careful not to catch any cables. Just do this end first. So literally just going to work our way around, popping them in all the way. And when you don't hear any more clicks or pops and everything looks flush, then we're there. So that's that. So then screws for our screen. So a couple of little short ones just here. Back in. I don't actually know what I have done with the two plastic bits that cover these, so I'm going to have to buy some more now, which is really annoying. Hopefully I haven't disposed of them, they're here somewhere. I'm sure I'll find them as I'm going through this repair. So we get these popped on. That's the screen reassembled, and then we just need to get these two little silvery clippy things for the edge of the screen, and they just very carefully push over and clip. On this side you just need to be careful not to catch the Wi-Fi cables, and it will just clip in like that. And then we got our two little screws from the bottom to go back in there. So one here, and then on this side, one here. And that is our Toshiba screen repaired. There's still a few little bits that don't feel like they're fully pushed in, but there's no gap, so it looks okay. So we'll put that to one side. Just grab this. So hopefully this will all look familiar to you. One thing I didn't do the other day was put the fan back in, so we'll just get that done first, because then I don't have to worry about it. Which I think goes line up the fan. There we go. That way, like that. I'll just clip this cable in. Like so. It doesn't feel right, but it actually is. And then I just need the 2 screws for that one, just to screw that back in. Do that. Do that. The other thing I did off camera was just put these 2 cables back in because they didn't need to be disconnected. So we'll do our screen next. Pick this one up. And then this is going to be a bit tricky to show, but I'm going to very carefully line up with these hinges, and then I'm going to just push them flat to make my life a bit easier, like that. So then I've got 2 screws that need to go into this one, which go into the ones labelled F4. And then we just need to rerun all of our Wi-Fi cables and things. So we'll just quickly do that. So again, just making sure you stick within all the little cable runs and things, so when we put the base back on, we're not going to catch anything. Oh. This one is much more fiddly than expected. There we are. And we'll tuck this one around here. And then the white cable on the one closest to me, and they will just push down and pop. And that will be enough to hold them. Just like that. And the last thing we want to do is this video cable, which we will just pop down like so. So that's everything reassembled. We'll get the bottom plate popped on there now. Just a little bit grubby, so that will need a clean. So I'm going to go port side first. Just get it lined up like that. And then we'll get this side popped in. It should just push down quite neatly all around. You should be able to hear it like that. And flipping this back around. So our 2 long screws go in these ones labelled E12. They keep the bulk of it together. Now I won't make you watch me put all these screws back in. I will speed the video up at this point and come back to you when I get to the next bit. Right, so keyboard next. Last screw. That's that done. So we'll just grab a hard drive to go in here because we are short one. I have a 320 gig Western Digital one hanging around. Let's pop that on there. So this is the point at which I really find out what state it's in. So that's back in there. So we are one long screw short, and I don't have one to replace it at the minute. So I've got one long one there. That's just buttoned up. Let's just quickly pop a battery back into this. Like so. And we will lock that. So that's everything reassembled. I will just grab a charger and I will come back. So I'm back now, charger's all plugged in and it's just turned on. So I've got an error message on the screen that I've not seen before saying RTC power failure. Check system, then press F2. So we'll press F2. Cool, right. So let's have a look at this. So I've got a 2.3 gigahertz Core i3. It does look like the BIOS battery may have gone because the date and time are wrong. So I'll just set that quickly, if I can. I don't even know if my keyboard, no, my keyboard is working, so. Okay, well I'm not going to worry about that right now. But saying that, the date is right, it's just the time that's wrong. Very odd. Okay, let's just quickly amend the boot order and then I can see if we can get Windows loaded onto this one. So it has picked up the hard drive, which is good. We want USB memory. So F7 to move it up. And also move USB optical disk up just so that that's all there. So what I'll do now is I'll grab a memory stick, which I think has got Windows on it. Let's just check that. My main computer. Just knocking over the next project down here. Yeah, memory stick's got Windows on it. So let's plug this memory stick in. Hopefully the port works as well. Let's save the changes. And then let's see what happens. Turning it on. I've got no errors, I've also got no boot screen by the looks of it. Try that again. Okay, I've just got a flashing cursor now and nothing. Let's just unplug this memory stick. Oh no, disk error, press any key to restart. No, it doesn't like the memory stick. Let's unplug it, press the, turn it off and turn it back on again. See what happens. Still got no Toshiba logo, which is a little bit weird. But apparently this hard drive has got something on it because it's loading into Windows. So let's just see what happens when we go through. This may crash yet. So let's try one more thing a minute. Turn it off. I do have a USB port on this side, so I'm just going to try that. Let's turn it back on again. Toshiba logo's back. Just want to see if it loads in the memory stick. Okay, there we go, perfect. Windows 10 64-bit. Excellent. That's really good. So at this point, I will pause the video because I'm not going to make you watch me load Windows back on, and then I'll come back to it when it boots, and I'll let you know where we are. So we are now on the next day. I've obviously come back to it. I reloaded it last night, and yeah, we're on the following morning. And I've got all good things to say, really. It's working better than it did before. It turns on absolutely fine now. We can get into the start menu and all the programs appear to be working. The reload went on flawlessly after we fiddled around with it for a little bit. It is a little bit on the slow side, does just need a clean, and that will bring it back. But yeah, absolutely everything works. Weirdly as well, since I've taken it apart and put it back together, the battery heart now holds charge as well. So that's also really, really good. So I've got a full working, fully repaired laptop. I just need to get a couple of extra screws, a couple of pads for the monitor corners because I don't know what I've done with the ones that I took off, and it just needs a bit of a clean. So I will shut this down and give it a good clean. And this is another one that can go back on eBay. So I consider that to be a very good repair. But yeah, it's a little bit, as I say, a little bit scratched and marked, but that's not a big deal. And I don't need to order any extra bits, which is absolutely brilliant. So, if you've sort of found this video useful, it's showing you how to repair something else, or if you just enjoyed it, please drop us a like, leave us a message if you want to ask any questions, press the bell icon and subscribe. And yeah, as I say, we've got lots more coming up. We're still giving away our Acer laptop this month, so if that's something that you're interested in, then please subscribe, and you'll be in with a chance to win that at the end of the month. If you want to see our future updates, please subscribe, because we've got lots coming. Next month we're going to do a tablet giveaway as well. So as I say, loads and loads on the horizon. All right, thanks for watching.